I'm telling you right now, if the rumor in today's video is actually true, Ubisoft might be the dumbest company ever conceived. I know they're already 50,000 miles past the line by this point, but this will just cement it even more. So if you weren't already aware, last year it was confirmed that Rayman is coming back at some point, maybe this year or the next year, we don't know yet. But as a part of his comeback, he'll be having one new remake and then one brand new game. And in today's video, we have some information about the remake, and let's just say, it's not great news. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's take a look at the news at hand. Onto Twitter, we Sonic Rush 3D. So right here from My Nintendo News, rumor, the Rayman Remake is apparently, let's just take a breather right now, a Rayman Legends remake. Ubisoft apparently has two Rayman projects in development. One is a remake or remaster of an undisclosed Rayman game, and the other is a brand new project. Now, an apparent Ubisoft insider stated that the next Rayman game isn't all that new, and will disappoint everyone upon its announcement. A user then asked the leaker whether it's a remake of the 2013 game Rayman Legends, to which the leaker replied with the eyes emoji. Tom Henderson from Insider Gaming then weighed in and asked whether they were talking about the new Rayman game or the remake/remaster. The insider then said, "I've only heard about one Rayman project which, depending on the player feedback/hype, will trigger the development of the second one, but perhaps I don't have all the information. All will hopefully become clear soon, we hope." Now, bearing in mind that this is a rumor, so there's a chance that it's not real, but if it is real, are we serious? Like, actually? Is this a joke? Rayman hasn't had a proper new game in 13 years. And then when Ubisoft finally decided to bring him back and remake one of his past games, the game they choose to remake is not one of the older games that could actually do with the remake because, you know, they're so old now, but instead, the newest game that is also one of the most accessible games in the entire franchise. Honestly, the most accessible. Rayman Legends can be played on pretty much everything right now. PS3, Xbox 360, the Switch, Switch 2 of course, PS4, PS5, Series X and S, PC, it's literally everywhere. So why in God's name would you remake Rayman Legends? There is literally zero sense here at all. It doesn't need a remake, bro. I'd honestly say this is worse than Naughty Dog just remaking and remastering The Last of Us Part 2 and 1 over and over again, because like, what do you do for Rayman Legends? What do you do for it? Visually, Rayman Legends is pretty much perfection. It's not like the visuals have aged poorly or whatever, because it's a UbiArt game, it still looks beautiful to this day. And I guess in terms of content and story in this game, it is kind of lacking compared to Origins, so maybe a remake could do something with that, like make the story more prominent and add more proper content post-game like Land of the Living Dead in Origins, but it just doesn't need a remake, bro. It just simply does not. Now, of course, there is a chance that the people behind this rumor don't really know the difference between a remake and a remaster, because believe me, there is a huge difference. But even if it is just a Rayman Legends remaster instead, it's still absolutely pointless. Usually remasters happen when 1, a game is visually out of date, or 2, the game is inaccessible, but Rayman Legends is none of those things. And Rayman Legends already technically has a remaster for the Switch, which is the definitive edition. So what, now we're gonna get a third version of Rayman Legends, which is just simply brilliant. Yeah, it's exactly what we needed, yeah. And you know what's even more annoying about Rayman Legends getting a remake now? It's the simple fact that ever since Rayman Legends released in 2013, all we've gotten for Rayman since that game is just mobile games, which are all running on the same engine as Rayman Legends, which means all these games look the same as Rayman Legends and also play the same as it as well. Like what, we had Rayman Adventures, we had Rayman Fiesta Run, we had Rayman Mini on Apple Arcade. So like all 3 of these games all look exactly the same style as Rayman Legends, so now you're telling me that they're going to apparently remake Rayman Legends now? Like, it's just stupid. If they wanted to remake one of the recent 2D Rayman games, just remake Origins instead, because even though the game is still pretty much flawless in terms of visuals, it's not very accessible at all because it's stuck on the PS3 and 360 and PC as well, but not for modern day consoles. And some people might have the argument that, oh, you can play some of the Origins levels in Rayman Legends, but it's just not the same at all. The versions of the Origins levels in Rayman Legends are so stripped from the actual original counterparts that it just does not feel the same at all, and obviously half the levels still aren't even there anyways. So why not just remake Origins instead? Like, I just don't get it. If they want to be nice about it, they could just do a Rayman Origins and Legends duo pack for the remaster. That would be pretty cool. I'd be down for that, I suppose. I'd still prefer like a remake of, you know, the games that actually need a remake, like Rayman 1 to 3 and stuff like that, but I guess a duo pack will be fine. But if this is just a simple Rayman Legends remake and that's it, as this rumor already said, If this is the case, then depending on how good this Rayman Legends remake will do, this will trigger the development for the next brand new Rayman game. And I've got to be honest with you, I don't see a Rayman Legends remake doing that greatly. Now I don't think necessarily it'll be a flop, but it won't do massive numbers like Ubisoft are probably expecting it to do. Because for what reason does this exist? What reason do consumers have to buy this when Rayman Legends already exists on all these consoles already? There's zero reason for them to do so. Now I will say, apparently from what people have been saying, it's going to be more of a 3D remake of Rayman Legends, which I don't really know how that's going to work. Are they going to change it from a UbiArt game to like a 2.5D Rayman game or something? Or are they going to completely transform the game from a 2D game to 3D maybe? I don't really know. And I guess if they do that, it could be interesting, but at the end of the day, I'd rather just have the older games remade instead. Despite people loving Rayman Origins and Legends, I think people are more interested in a remake of the older games right now. Like, is this objectively the correct move to make? And I mean, heck, just remake Rayman 1 in the UbiArt engine. Surely that would be a great idea, right? It's not like they don't want to use the UbiArt engine for anything because they've been using it for the past 13 years, and seeing Rayman 1 in that engine would be pretty beautiful, I would think. And for people who have never actually played Rayman 1 but have played Origins and Legends, Rayman 1 remade in the UbiArt engine would be right up our alley. Even if it doesn't play exactly like the way Rayman 1 does, it would still be interesting to see nonetheless because of all the new environments in there. Maybe they could revamp the story in there or something, I don't know. Just literally anything but a Rayman Legends remake, because as we said a bazillion times already, it's a stupid idea. Why are they doing it? And I'm just so scared that if this Rayman Legends remaster flops, Ubisoft are going to say, hang on, maybe people don't like Rayman anymore, we're just not going to go ahead with that brand new game. And that is a very likely thing to happen because obviously recently we heard that Ubisoft cancelled like 6 or 7. Oh my god, what have I done? But yeah, they cancelled a couple of their games recently that were actually in development. One of those being the Prince of Persia remake that's been in development for like, what, 6 years now? So Ubisoft seeing that Rayman Legends remaster flops and just cancelling Rayman as a whole, yeah, that seemed like a very likely thing for them to do. And I just don't want that to happen because Rayman is this, he has so much potential that's been squandered for 13 years. Rayman Legends is probably one of the best 2D video games of all time. Honestly, in my opinion, the best one. And then to ride off of that success, what did Ubisoft do exactly? Literally nothing. They put Rayman on mobile games for the next 13 years after that and did nothing with him. And now you're telling me that they're going to bring back that game once more, and then if it fails, which it might do, they're just going to cancel him entirely? What is even the point? That's just a punch in the guts, man. But I guess supposedly if that Rayman Legends remake really is happening, it better come out this year, bro. I'm telling you right now, because no way we're going to have to wait another year for a Rayman game to come out just for it to be a Rayman Legends remake. Like, just drop it now, mate. Surely it can't take that much work. It's a game you've already made. Like, come on now. Anyways, yeah, that pretty much does it for this video. Oh my god, I just can't believe that this might actually be true. Like, again, I know it's a rumor and it might not be true, but if it is, man, like, what are Ubisoft actually doing, bro? Like, is this some sort of sick joke? It's gotta be, right? Like, I just don't understand. If this is actually, this better not be real, bro. I'm telling you right now, this better not be real. Because no way they've been hyping up Rayman's return just for it to be a Rayman Legends remake. It can't be real, man. It actually cannot be real. But let me know your thoughts on this whole rumor. Are you gonna be excited for a Rayman Legends remake? And if you are, why? Let me know down below. Love to see what you guys have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, especially that last one. Don't forget to become unleashed by pressing that join button down below. Remember, it's not necessary. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.